day, everybody. It is Calxiyn here with Miraculous Ladybug Season 5, Episode 14, Reaction and Review. I think we're just gonna get into it because the description for this episode is actually kind of interesting, because last week I was trying to cook. I may have burnt the food, but I was trying to figure out, like, what are they going to reveal about Marinette? Because I feel like that Marinette herself wears a mask just as a person. That almost the clumsy Marinette that we see is like some sort of front for something, because it's like, oh, well, if I'm clumsy and I mess up my words, I can blame it on that instead of blaming it on my true vulnerable feelings. Like, I was speculating about that sort of thing. Ladybug is almost like Marinette taking a mask off, whereas with Cat Noir, it's putting a mask on. Does that make sense? And so Adrien puts on the mask of Cat Noir, but when Marinette becomes Ladybug, she takes off the mask as Marinette. And so I was thinking about that, and I'm like, I wonder if it's supposed to be that. It's Marinette wearing the mask, and for some reason, like, becoming Ladybug is the equivalent of taking that mask off versus putting one on. That's all interesting. Maybe the answer lies in this episode, so let's just get into it. 3, 2, 1, press and play. And remember, on Disney Plus, there is a bit of a delay. There's like a second, but this is a time sync reaction, so you can watch in whatever language you want. And yeah, we'll look at the full episode. I used to edit them. I don't have time to edit them anymore. But you know, this will help me like watch more shows faster, and I'll be able to enjoy them more. So I hope it works for you guys. I've recorded so many things today, I'm so happy. But yes, so I wonder if we'll start in the present and then go in the past, like, I don't know. Okay, no, Adrien's her phone screen, so this has to be in the present, because she didn't know Adrien before, like, how long has it been, a year or something? I don't know. Okay. Oh, okay. That was a normal conversation. Okay, maybe not. I just wish that they had established this a little earlier, because I feel like that there's anxiety or something, but like, we've never seen the doorknob look like that before. At least I think it was the doorknob, right? Like, and so this seems kind of out of nowhere, but I guess it's just them deciding to visualize it. You know what I'm saying, you guys? Like, I wish that maybe they had done this at the beginning of the show instead of, like, establishing all of this now, but I guess it's, you know, it is what it is. But this is a visual aid to help people understand why the clumsiness happens, and it's because of, like, you know, it's almost like a distortion of reality. Unless it's something about this place, because we keep seeing the same, like, locker or something. I thought it was the doorknob of her bedroom growing larger, but I don't think that that was it. I think it's, like, here for some reason. Yeah, like it's the door. Okay. Adrien, why don't you put all of your hair in the swim cap? She didn't put all her hair in there either. It kind of defeats the purpose. Yeah, it must be the swimming pool, right? Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Kim, did you do something? I don't think this is gonna be funny. Uh-oh. Did he, like, pretend to have a crush on her or something? Oh, no! That's not good! Panic! This has to be a bad dream or something. Well, now I'm like, wait, what if he just pretended to like her and that's why Marinette has so much anxiety? Uh-oh. Is this all gonna happen, like, in the span of her rejecting the Akuma? Oh, wait, did she have a crush on him? Why? I don't know if that's ever been alluded to. I like how they changed her hair, though. I don't know about this. Oh, man. Oh, because of Chloe? Oh, famous last words. Okay. So it's about Chloe. Damn, I don't know how I feel about Marinette's parents being like, I don't know how to feel about that. You know, like, oh, it's only gonna be 2 more weeks, but she's been with Chloe 3 years in a row and they never thought for her to transfer schools? Oh, I see. So this was it. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, my God. Oh, dear. See, this is why I'm like, I don't know, man. I would pull my kid out of school at this point. Because, like, she doesn't even have Alia here yet. Because wasn't Alia in... Like, wasn't Alia with her in the next grade? Yeah, like, this is... I feel like that, like, this is... I feel like that this is the parents' fault, man. Oh, dear. Really? This can't be real. Did this actually happen? Like, this is like, this is insane. Oh, dear. Oh, boy. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, you guys. Oh, well, I guess that they were her friends, but you know what I mean. Like... Oh. Really, Kim? See, like, at this point, when do you... Like, you know what I mean? When do you actually intervene? Like, also, why does Chloe hate her so much? Like, I don't remember if there was ever a reason. I thought it was because... Oh, hello. I thought it was because she had a crush on Adrian, but that's not even happening yet. Oh, it's that girl. Yeah, right. Oh, dear. Oh, boy. Yeah, really, Marinette? Like, come on. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, see, he's a bully, too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, dear. Oh, God. So, this is how it all happened. Kim, I don't think that this was funny. Oh, dear. Or maybe he's just stupid. We don't really know, do we? Like, maybe he's just... asking that too! Oh, dear. Oh, man, you guys. This episode, I'm exhausted. Like, I guess they're in the 8th grade, but I'm like, oh gosh, all of you are so dumb. Oh dear. I hope someone explains to Kim that this wasn't funny, at least by the end of the episode. But I just wonder how, like, I wonder how people feel about the fact that, like, none of this was ever explained before. She still, like, gives Kim a Miraculous and, like, talks to Kim in class. Like, there seem to be no hard feelings. Like, I feel like that, like, I don't know. I don't want to say it's a retcon, but I would have liked them to explain this not in season 5, you know what I'm saying? Because it feels like it's just kind of an explanation for, like, I don't know. I don't want to say bad behavior because Marinette's not being, like, you know, she's not being mean to anyone, but oh, okay, so she just did it. Sorry, guys, I was hearing my cat. I don't know if you guys can hear him. Uh-oh. That's not nice. Oh, dear. Yeah, so see, this is why she's so worried. She wants everything to be perfect. Trust issues, but, like, this is the parents' fault. Like, I kind of feel like that this makes Marinette's parents look really bad. Okay. Uh-oh. See, that's not a prank, though. Like, she could have fallen over, hit her head, and died. Like, that's not a prank. That's like a murder. They could have killed her. You know what I'm saying? Oh, dear. I know it's just a kid's show, but, like, that was, like, criminal. That was, like, criminally dangerous. Oh, dear. See, like, this is more heinous than anything else, like, that Chloe has ever done, and it never came up until now. Well, maybe this is why, but still, like, the fact, like, she just forgives Kim after all that? Like, I mean, I guess he's just stupid. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, guys. Oh, well, that's, uh-oh. I mean, that's a reasonable reaction, but I don't know, man. I'm like, yeah, see? So now she thinks it's her fault. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, dear. I see how it all happened. You know what I mean? But I just feel like that, like, this is kind of a big thing to never have been alluded to whatsoever. And I can't remember Marinette ever being, like, particularly afraid of bugs either, but, you know, I don't know. I would like to know what you guys think, because I feel like that this would probably cause some problems. You know, I mean, like, discourse. Oh, boy. Oh my god! Gee, see, this is what I mean, like... And see, people weren't even getting akumatized back then. Oh! Well, that's nice. Yeah, that's true. Yeah! I like her, okay! You sure? We actually acknowledged our trauma. That's fine. Oh, boy! Oh, sir! At least they're calling him out about it! Oh, gosh. Oh, sir. You're gonna get your ass beat, sir! Oh, my goodness. Yeah, see, like... Oh, my God, sir! Sure! Is he gonna get akumatized? Oh, boy. A free spirit! Oh, gosh. I do feel like there may be a greater allegory in here, though. Like, you know what I mean? Because obviously, like, they wouldn't want to get so serious, like, for a kid's show. But I'm just thinking, like, have you guys ever heard that thing where it's like, oh, the narcissist prayer, and it's like, that didn't happen. If it did happen, it wasn't that bad. Like, you know, it was a practical joke, but I feel like that, like, that's a very common situation, right? Like, and, like, the fact that she felt like, oh, this is my fault, like, I just feel like that's, like, I don't know. It's not, like, coded as seriously as I'm trying to, you know what I mean? But, like, I feel like it's not just about the practical joke, you know what I mean? Oh my god. Oh. Uh-oh. But yeah, I just feel like this is supposed to be a stand-in for, like, you know, that guy, like, that you all knew in high school that would say inappropriate things and be like, oh, well, you know, it was just a joke, like, no one can take a joke anymore. Like, guys that would ask girls for a hug and they would feel, like, forced to hug him, you know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, well, you don't want to hurt his feelings, do you? Like, I feel like there's just a whole rabbit hole. Oh, dear. Yeah, see, and Adrian's pissed. Oh, gosh. At least he's getting his ass kicked. I mean, I can't really, you know. Uh-oh. Adrian, you can't just kill people, like. Uh-oh. He might actually do it, though, now, because he's carefree. Uh-oh. Well, his cataclysms. Oh, I thought he was gonna do it because it's like, oh, it's carefree, I'll just kill somebody. That's not good. Oh, man, you guys. This episode is something. Like, what the heck? That's not good. Yeah, like, what is happening this episode? Or maybe it is still a lucky charm, even though it's... Oh, again? How? Because he was fooling around, I guess? Okay, sure. Okay, I kind of see the vision, I guess. Oh, boy. But yeah, do you guys understand what I was saying earlier? Like, I feel like that, like, yeah, it's a practical, like, it was the practical joke thing, but I think it was more like, you know, like, boys, like, fooling around and hurting girls' feelings just, like, generally. Not just through the idea of, like, oh, practical jokes or whatever, like... Oh. That's kind of funny. Okay, nice! I hear like a laugh track in the background. Like, is that like the people? Okay. Sure. I don't know, guys. I have a lot of like, I'm just thinking a lot right now. Like, I'm like, I don't know what to make of this. I mean, but I'm sure most of us have had an experience like that where like some shitty guy like pretended to like us as a practical joke. And so I think that like that's kind of what they were also leaning into, because I don't think it's just that Kim like pulled a joke on her. I think it's also that Kim pretended to like her. You know what I mean? You shouldn't apologize to him! What do you mean? Well, that's nice. But, like, I don't know, I have beef with everybody. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, see? Okay, this girl is the voice of reason. Oh dear. Okay, sure, Kim. If we have to. It's not by me, it's not. But I mean, maybe this will help. I mean, I like this. Like, I like what this represents. I like the idea. I don't know if I like that it came up, like, right now. Oh. Oh, see, that's sweet. I like that. Oh, okay. Well, they'll work on it. It's like a trauma thing. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Chloe. Post-credit Chloe. Uh-oh. Haven't we been down this road before? Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Oh, okay. Well, we're just gonna say everything out loud, I guess. Yeah. Oh boy. I feel like Chloe has just gotten worse, like this is like an extreme worseness. Oh, well, I hope not. I feel like that Lila's gonna have something to say about that, though. You know what I mean? I think that Lila's probably gonna exploit that because now they're becoming friends. Okay, so that was a lot. I had a lot of thoughts, obviously, as you guys saw, and because the thoughts were happening as I was watching, I don't know if I, like, correctly articulated myself, you know what I mean? So I guess now that I've seen the full episode, I would say that, like, yes, it's a prank and all of that stuff, but I think that it is supposed to be, because this is a kid's show, right? And so they can't do anything too traumatizing, but I think that, like, they still wanted to have this idea of trauma. And it doesn't need to be like something like dark or anything, but it's just when people hurt you, even if they're just your friend, even if it was just a prank or whatever, that is still traumatizing, right? So I'm not saying it was supposed to be the equivalent to like SA or something. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I don't think that it was anything like that. I think that it was more supposed to be just a substitute for like whatever, right? You know, you were invited to a birthday party or something as a kid and then they excluded you. Like, they just invited you to make fun of you. Like, it's anything that can be adjacent to that. Like, it's a boy pretending that he likes you, but he said that to like make fun of you. It's any sort of situation in that vein. I think that that's ultimately what the show was going for. And so at first I was like, I feel like that this is more serious though. Like, it's more serious though than just a prank. It's supposed to represent like any sort of kind of trauma. I guess just my complaint about this, and I'd like to know what you guys think. I don't want to read anything because usually what happens is when I watch an anime on Crunchyroll and stuff, there was a comment section. And so I used to read the comments because there would be no spoilers there because it was for like weekly airing anime. In this case, obviously I can't do that because the episodes are already out and there's no like discussion hub for Miraculous. It's just on Reddit, I guess. I would have to go look at the Reddit and I don't want to see any spoilers. So you guys will have to tell me what you think. But I wonder if there's a discourse, just that it makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense, but I feel like that in a lot of ways, this episode feels like the writers trying to justify themselves and trying to justify, well, you know, people have complained about Chloe being a one-dimensional character. People have been like, oh, the writers hate Chloe so much, that's the only reason why she hasn't changed. And so I feel like especially how Chloe was written feels like a direct response to, no, but see, she's actually evil. She thinks that she's a princess and everybody else are just the peasants. And like, yeah, like it's believable, but I'm like, is that what you want to do? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. And I feel like the same can be said about the backstory of what Marinette went through here. Like, it's believable. It's not like it's out of character, but it feels like a justification that they only thought of right now. Because a lot of people think that, like, Marinette's behavior in other episodes is, like, creepy. I wouldn't go that far. She's just a kid. She's, like, what? They're in 9th grade or something? Because if last year was 8th grade, like, they're in 9th grade. I think that her being boy-obsessed, a lot of people try to make it, oh, Marinette is a stalker and she's so creepy and, like, a bad role model for girls. I don't think that girls in real life would actually do this because they saw it in Miraculous. And I think that it's just supposed to be an exaggerated slapstick for humor, right? Because this, knowing all of a guy's favorite things is like something a teenager may reasonably do, but like actually following him around and knowing where he lives probably is not, you know? Most teenagers don't have a mode of transportation to get around. They're not doing that. So I think that people miss that sometimes, that like it's just a kid's show, right? Like things are played up for the sake of comedy, not to be a playbook on how to live your life. At the same time though, I kind of understand where people are coming from if they saw this episode and would think, well, this is just an excuse for Marinette and her stalker behavior. Like, I think that there's definitely a middle ground here, where I never thought that Marinette was that bad anyway, because I have, you know, functioning brain cells and I can understand that it's a show, it's a comedy, she's just a kid, all of these other things. But I also see like that middle ground of, on the other side of things, it does feel like kind of an ass pull because they never established that. I guess that in the first episode, Marinette is hesitant to trust Adrian because Adrian is friends with Chloe, but I just don't believe that like this level of trauma is what they intended in the very first season. And you know, we get into these debates. Well, does everything need to be planned from the beginning? Ruby has those conversations too, and I don't think that everything needs to be planned from the beginning per se. But I do think that there's a reasonable level of, if you didn't account for it, and there was never any indication that it happened before this episode, that door is like closed to you. I get it. People talk about, this is random, but people argue all the time about, oh, was Bumblebee planned or was it forced or whatever? Like, did they change their minds after season 4 of Ruby, right? It doesn't really matter to me. It would matter, though, if they had established something about Blake that would make it like that it's impossible for her to fall in love with Yang, you know what I mean? If they had made it like a complete impossibility, I'd be like, okay, well, that's a retcon. And in this case, it's on the line of like, it's not impossible that this has happened. Right, like this could have happened in the canon of season 1, 2, 3, whatever, like that it happened predating the events of the chronological first episode. Obviously, the first episode of Miraculous is not the one where they actually got the Miraculouses, but you guys understand what I mean, right? Like that first day when Adrian came to class. I just sort of like, that door should not have been open to them, I don't think. I don't think it's reasonable for it to have been. The only way I would have accepted that if it was further back, I think, and that it was something that Marinette forgot about and that she remembered, right? So if this had happened in like the 3rd grade and there was no Chloe and there was no Kim and whatever, I would have been like, okay, I can buy that. But the fact that this only happened a year ago and no one ever talks about it, and Chloe's known about it all this time but has never thrown it back in her face that this happened, like, oh, you liked Kim and like that happened, remember? So stay away from Adrian. Like, Chloe never has a line of dialogue that alludes to that. Kim doesn't seem, I mean, obviously he thinks that like it was just a prank and it's not that serious, but like Marinette herself doesn't have that many hard feelings towards Kim. So I think that I understand they probably wanted to reuse the assets, and so it was more an asset thing, because if they make Marinette too young, like in 2nd grade, they would have to make a new character model for her and all of her classmates. But I feel like that this is a little too much of a stretch for me to just accept it without any kind of criticism. You know what I mean? It feels a little bit like an asshole, and I think that that's really my answer. I would have accepted it if it was like in the 3rd grade, I forgot that this happened, but this boy did this thing to me. But instead, I almost agree with people that this was kind of just an excuse for further Chloe slander. It's not slander because it's true. Chloe's not a good person and I buy this for her, but she's just become so cartoonishly evil out of the realm of what I feel like is reasonable that's what I kind of have an issue with. Chloe used to be realistically mean. This is getting into like what a 12-year-old would write on Wattpad a bully would be like. Like, this is not, people in real life usually, I know the world's crazy right now, but people in real life do not usually say, I'm the princess, you're the prince, and these people are just the peasants, right? Even like teenagers. I think especially teenagers probably don't talk like that. So I think it's interesting. Like, I like the exploration. I like the idea. I like the concept there. It's a trauma thing. And it might also be an like sort of an OCD thing. Like, I'm not the best person to talk about this because I haven't actually been diagnosed with any OCD. However, I know that there are things that I do. Say, for example, let's just use this as an example, right? I lit a candle and I burned something, a curtain or something. This didn't actually happen. This is just an example. And so I vowed I am never going to leave the room with a candle on again, and after I blow it out, I'm always going to take a picture of it so I remember that the candle was blown out. Even though that is something that is based off of something that happened in the past, I think that most people would see that as like kind of an OCD like behavior because it's a repetitive thing that you're doing and you feel anxiety when you don't complete it. So if I don't take, the picture of the candle blown out, like it'll give me anxiety for the rest of the day. OCD is not the repetitive behavior itself, I don't think. It's the anxiety if you do not complete it, and it's the compulsion to complete it. Again, people have said that I have it, but I haven't been diagnosed with it, so take it with a grain of salt. But I almost see Marinette's behavior more adjacent to something like that, where she's doing it in order because she feels like it was her fault, and so she's like, I'm gonna make sure that this is prevented. So I kind of see like a neurodivergence, because for a lot of people with like autism or ADHD or whatever, the OCD compulsion manifests differently because we are actually blamed and we are told that we did things wrong, right? And so in an attempt to fix it, we have that compulsion. That's what I've heard anyway, right? And that's how it differs from other people, because we feel like, like if we forgot our homework because of our ADHD, we actually do feel like that's our fault. And so if we do a compulsion, it's like in response to how we were treated or how society treated us for doing that, like what was an ADHD behavior. Anyway, I know this is getting kind of boring and whatever, off topic, but that's how I see what Marinette is doing. Personally, that's how it would resonate to me. I mean, that's how it resonates to me now, and also if I was still Marinette's age, I think that's how I would see it. But yeah, I just feel like they should have talked about it earlier, because this is a bit of a reach. I think I would have liked it more if it was a couple, because this was a year ago, wasn't it? Are they not in the 9th grade, or did I just forget? Even if they're in the 10th grade, this was 3 years ago. If it was like when Marinette was a child or something, I would understand, but like, you did not forget the thing that happened in 8th grade. Like, you know what I mean? I have had interactions with people, and I am, like, haunted by it still every night. Like, if something like this reasonably happened to Marinette, she would be thinking about it every time she went to bed. Because I know, because it's happened to me, and I still think about those people in that situation and all of that stuff. Like, it replays in my mind. And so I'm just sitting here, and I'm kind of like, ugh, like, it's just frustrating, because I get it, and it's a kid's show, and it's not that serious, but, like, yes, it's a kid's show, but if you have been watching it from when it came out, like, you are an adult now, and you're trying to hold on hope that the show will get better, and then it keeps doing things that are frustrating writing-wise, and so I think that's where a lot of people are probably coming from, is that, yes, obviously it's for kids, but we were here first when we were kids, and the show has been going on so long that now we're adults. We're old enough to see, and we are frustrated. And so that's kind of where I'm coming from in terms of the frustration of it. But yeah, I hope you guys didn't mind my unfiltered thoughts, because I was trying to decide, like, what is it an allegory for? And I think I've settled on trauma. Not even like a specific trauma of, like, again, somebody that you have a crush on, but just like any situation where you feel like someone tricked you and like bullied you and put you in a situation you didn't want to be in. I would like to know what you guys think, because again, I don't know what to think. I like the idea. I like the concept. I like, I feel like that'll make a lot of kids feel like seen in a way, to have like a heroine go through something like that. It's just frustrating that they decided to do it now, and it doesn't seem like it was because they were planning for it all along, but just to like cover their ass, and that's kind of what I have a problem with. Good mentality, good sentiment, questionable execution, but let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed, hope you had fun, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for attending Calxiyn's Royal Court. I mean, I'm glad that now we know. I just wonder, like, it must have been a shit show when this episode actually released in the present day. Obviously, I'm watching it almost probably like 6 months later, but yeah, I want to know what you guys are thinking, so let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye!